You train maybe 4-5 times a week. You're not overweight. Your blood pressure is probably fine. By every external measure, your body is working and your erection are still letting you down. That's one of the more frustrating places to be because the logic doesn't hold. You've done everything right. You've done what every GP, every men's health article, every meaningful friend told you to do. Get fit, stay active, look after yourself, and it's still happening. Here's what nobody tells you. Fitness solves a different problem. It improves cardiovascular output and support hormone production, and those matter, but erections are driven by 3 specific systems that the gym doesn't touch. And if those systems are off, it doesn't matter how much you lift. I'm going to walk you through each one, what it is, what's going wrong in your body, and exactly what to do about it. System 1, your nervous system is working against you. Here's something good to know about how erections actually work. Erections require your parasympathetic nervous system to be dominant. The rest and digest state, calm, present, safe. The opposite of that is your sympathetic nervous system. Fight or flight, alert, primed for performance. When you trained hard, especially if you're training high intensity regularly and not recovering properly, your body stays in sympathetically elevated state, chronically elevated, cortisol elevated, adrenaline elevated, a nervous system that's always slightly on edge. That state is incompatible with a strong erection. Not because something is broken, because your body is doing exactly what it's designed to do. It's just thinking you're still in the gym. The fix here isn't to train less, it's to build a specific transition window between training and intimacy, and to add one recovery practice that shifts your nervous system back into parasympathetic territory. Cold to warm contrast. Diaphragmatic breathing for 5 minutes post-training, 10 minutes walk. This specific mechanism matters less than creating a deliberate neurological downshift. If you're training in the evening and expecting your body to perform sexually an hour later, you're asking 2 incompatible systems to operate at the same time. System 2, your pelvic floor is too tight. This is the one that surprises people the most. When men think about pelvic floor and erection, they quickly think about Kegels, strengthening, more contraction. And if you've been doing Kegels, you may have been making this worse without knowing it. Here's why. Regular gym training, deadlifts, squats, core work, heavy lifting generally creates systemic tension in the body, including your pelvic floor. If you've been training for years, there's a strong chance that your pelvic floor isn't weak. It's the opposite. It's hypertonic, meaning chronically contracted, chronically tight. A tight pelvic floor restricts blood flow into erectile tissue. It also affects the nerve signal, coordinate an erection. Kegels on top of an already tight system makes it tighter. What you actually need is a release sequence first. Diaphragmatic breathing into the pelvic floor, deep hip flexors stretching, and a specific lateral stretch that targets specific muscles. Once you've released the tension, then you strengthen. Start with breathing pace this week. Breathe slowly and deeply into the lower pelvis, not your chest. If you feel a downward release or a relaxation through your pelvic floor as you exhale, that's your confirmation. It's not weak, it's been braced for too long. Once you got that release happening, then you strengthen. That's the sequence that actually works. Before we go to the third system, if you're not sure whether this is your issue or something else is driving it, the free vitality quiz in the description below gives you a clear read in about a minute. It will point you towards which system is most likely the priority for you specifically. Link is below. Take about a minute. Look at it after this. System 3, your identity is working against you. This one is less physical, but it's not soft and it's not therapy. Stay with me. When you're a man who trains, who takes his body seriously, who has built physical capability as part of your identity, and then your body fails you sexually, the psychological impact is compounded in a specific way. It's not just embarrassment, it's a specific kind of dissonance. I'm someone whose body performs. So what does This means that question, even if you never consciously ask it, creates a pressure pattern that fitness makes worse, not better, because the higher your physical self-image, the more shocking the failure feels. And that shock triggers the exact nervous system response from system 1 and the exact pelvic floor tension from system 2. The three systems feed each other. The fix for this one is reframing what your body is doing, not motivational, but mechanically. Your body isn't failing. It's responding to signals, and you can change the signals. That's the whole premise of the work I do with men, and it's what the Heart Truth Masterclass covers if you want a full framework. It's free and it's linked below. James came to see me about 18 months ago. Mid-40s, ran marathons, trained 6 days a week, genuinely fit. His GP had run blood, and everything came back normal. He sat across from me and said, "I don't understand. I'm the healthiest I've ever been." That sentence told me exactly where to start. We ran through the three systems. His pelvic floor was severely hypertonic. The assessment confirmed it immediately. And he built an identity around physical performance that made each failed erection feels like a verdict on who he was. 6 weeks of targeted work, not complete lifestyle overhaul, just addressing each system in sequence. And he was back. Not because we fixed something that was broken, because we gave his body the right conditions to do what it already knew how to do. But here's the thing. This body piece is only 1/3 of this. What's happening in your mind when you get into bed? And what's happening in the dynamic between you and your partner? Those layers either accelerate the fix or they quietly undo it. The Heart Truth Masterclass cover all three. It's free. It will give you a framework that actually maps what's going on for you. Not a generic checklist, not a supplement protocol, a real clinical structure. Link is here and in the description, and I'll see you there.